They want Nintendo Land with that deluxe. The 3DS NPD sales, 440,000 units, so not bad for the 3DS, with no software to play on it except for just the backlog of what Nintendo's already released. Surprising, the Wii, 435,000 units for a system that all analysts claim was dead. That doesn't remind me of a dead system. 435,000 and no software being made for it.
No software. Crappy online.
Yeah, crappy online. Not HD. But the Wii has a huge backlog of games. If you're an offline RPG type gamer, you can go pick up Monster Hunter Tri for cheap. Pick up the last story.
If you're skinny, the Blue Shell Legend.
The Blue Shell Legend. You can go pick up Mario Kart, You can get Super Mario Galaxy 1, 2, Mario Kart, and like the last story for under $100.
Yeah.
And then a Wii for $130. So for $230,
you get a console and 5 games.
You get a console and 5 games and good, highly rated good games.
Yeah, not crappy Kinect crap.
Yeah, exactly.
We're talking Mario.
Yes, very good sales. 375,000 units sold. Same thing as the Wii. Huge backlog, and people are actually still making DS games. Some developers are actually still making them. So that's good. Good for the DS. Vita, 190,000 sales. 190,000, yeah. So not very good when you're being outsold by the DS. That's not good. These sales aren't good for Sony. 190 on Black Friday, your busiest.
The busiest day of the year.
They had a Black Ops game. They had Black Ops Declassified. Exclusive bundles. I mean, I don't know if this includes the bundle sales and all that, but...
probably does.
I mean, I don't know if it does or not, but even if it did, I mean, how much more could you expect to add to that? 10,000, 20,000?
Yeah, you still need to sell a considerable amount more.
To even reach the 3DS, the DS sales. I mean, you're getting dwarfed almost 2-to-1 by the...
Yeah, what's DS is 375.
Yeah, so it's not even...
So the PS... What was the PS Vita?
Vita,
yeah. The PS Vita would probably have to sell about 150,000 more copies just to match
the DS.
The DS.
Yeah, that's...
And how old is the DS versus the Vita?
The DS, which basically proves graphics don't mean shit. Which I mean, consumers, the graphics, I mean, what does it say about this? It says that, first of all, the Vita doesn't have enough good games. And the Vita doesn't provide enough experiences that people don't see the value in the Vita over buying a PS3, because they are the same price on Black Friday. A Vita bundle and a PS3 bundle were the same price. If you are a consumer and you are looking at a console or something to play, you have to be almost crazy if you don't have one or the other to look at the same and say, I'm going to buy this Vita over this PlayStation 3.
Well, see, here's the thing, is the other thing that you have to consider is you get a Vita for what would you think? Black Friday, $200?
$200 for the bundles.
Yeah. A 3DS is what? 100 and...
the bundles over the back were 150.
Yeah. So basically you can get...
And with Mario 3D Land, you can get Mario 3D Land and that for like 170 or something like that.
That's my point.
So yeah, cheaper.
You get... That's how you know the DS and the 3DS, dude. Those are badass handheld portable consoles. Mm-hmm. Versus... I mean, don't get me wrong, I own a PSP. I don't have a PS Vita, but I've had a PSP. I hate it. I don't even play the damn thing.
Yeah.
The only game I play is 1945 or whatever is Strikers.
What the hell is that?
You don't know Strikers?
No. I know Mario Strikers. I don't know.
No.
1945 Strikers?
It's something like that. 1945. It's where you're in the airplane and you're flying around.
Oh,
and you can call in like your super shot and your bombs and all that.
No, I don't know, but I need to check it out. It kind of sounds cool.
It's fun, but I tried playing Killzone and all that on the PSP.
No,
it
those
sucked.
games, yeah,
It sucked.
yeah, those games are like Sony's done a bad job of transitioning their titles like to handhelds. Like anytime like you get a Resistance game, you play on the PS Vita, and it's just ass.
You see Resistance and PSP, and you just
I mean, you see like Killzone, and you're like, oh god, Sony. I mean, whereas like games like Gravity Rush, new games that they made for the system are good, but there's just not enough Gravity Rushes out there. There's just not enough, and they don't reinvent their franchises for the Vita,
Yeah, that's where I say like Mario.
Does a good job.
They did a very good job.
Mario 3D Land does a very good. Mario 3D Land and Mario Galaxy are different games.
Mm-hmm.
They are different games, and they have their nuances that make. Oh, I like this one for this reason. Oh, and I like this one for this reason. They have their nuances, that make them different. Whereas the Vita, it tries to be like the PS3, and It's
You can't.
not.
You can't.
It's not a PS3. It doesn't have the big HD graphics. I mean, it's HD, but it doesn't have the big TV. It doesn't have the comfort of playing a shooter on the Vita is not as comfortable as holding a DualShock. It's just not that, and they try to push these games out on there like just like them, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work for
They try
consumers.
to push the name and not the actual game itself.
Yeah, it doesn't work for consumers. So I don't know what Sony's going to do with the Vita. I think they're just going to keep on chugging, and hopefully it works out for them. But I mean, I don't see myself buying a Vita.
I don't ever see myself buying a Vita. I'm not gonna lie, because
it just doesn't offer enough over the PS3, where the 3DS actually offers content that you can't get on your Wii U or your Wii. It has games on there that are just really cool to play. Exclusive games that are on there. A lot of Sony's
Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I mean, even like Mario Kart 7. You know, Mario Kart on the Wii, it's old. If you're looking for something new, the only way to play the newest Mario Kart is Mario Kart on the 3DS. Whereas like Killzone 3 just came out a little bit ago, and they have another Killzone title. Resistance 3 just came out a little bit. They have another Resistance title. You know, there's not enough space between them, and they don't offer enough content on there that's actually better than the console version for people to pick. Unless you're like a diehard, you know, of those series, you're not gonna, guys. I'm not gonna go pick up a Vita. You know.
Neither am I.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sony.
Yeah. Sorry. I mean, I would love to pick up a Vita, but I'm just not going to.
I'll go pick up a 3DS.
I already got one. I got two. PSP 9500 in sales. So PSP's still chugging a bit. It has a huge backlog of games,
Yeah.
of good games. So, yep, PS Vita, or not PS Vita, PSP, doing okay. Not really though. 9,500 units. That's not very good. But oh well. And 500 people actually bought the PS2, which we were saying, like we were talking about before.
I mean,
Huge backlog.
Time Splitters. I mean, Time Splitters only.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Cloud.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. Just God of War. 1, 2. Tekken. It just has. Like I said, we were talking. You can go pick up a PS2 for what? $70 or something like
Not
that.
even like 50.
$50, and you can pick up like 40 games for like $10 each, man. Probably even less, $10 used or whatever, and just have a blast.
And good games too.
Good games and just have a blast. But like we were saying, don't play on your
no
HD
online,
TV.
no online,
No online.
HD.
No online, no HD. But I mean, a huge log of back catalog of games and a lot of good games. So I think younger consumers, guys, you know, people that are trying to. I mean, people where their parents they don't.
Well, I think
them.
honestly the PS2 would probably be for a new gamer that's just trying to get into the game.
Yes.
That doesn't want to spend $350 on a Wii U.
Yeah.
Let's spend $40 on a PS2 and see if I like gaming in general.
Yeah. Now moving on to the main topic. Now, next generation is right around the corner. It is.
We're already to the next year, man.
It's next generation.
2013 is
It's
right around
the corner, and Nintendo has already released their next generation system, so it's already basically here. And Sony and Microsoft will be releasing theirs next year, probably. PS3 for sure.
PS4.
PS4 for sure, and Xbox 720 or Xbox 3 or whatever, probably. There's been all sorts of, if you look on my site, there's been all sorts of rumors and speculation. I can say this with 100% accuracy. Those rumors and speculation on a lot of stuff that is true. Xbox TV top, where Microsoft is trying to turn the Xbox into like a brand like TiVo or like a brand like Dish Network. They're trying to turn it into like a TV service, an all-in-one thing. They don't want anybody else to own anything else. They don't want to just be a games machine. They've even rebranded themselves as an entertainment or media company. They don't want to be known just for games like they were, you know, when the Xbox first launched, or like Nintendo is, you know.
Yeah.
So, as far as power goes, and as far as what's defining next generation, some people are upset with the specs in the Wii U, which we haven't even really been seeing pushed yet. You know, how much power, how much do they need for people to be happy? How much do you want to see? Because you're gonna get the next Xbox.
When it comes,
I'm gonna get the PS4.
When it comes to people being happy, you know what? People are never gonna be happy, because you know what? The Xbox 720 and the PS4 are gonna come out. Everyone's, oh, this is great, and then they're like, oh, well, it doesn't do this. Oh, well, it doesn't do that. And
in that voice,
yeah,
oh, it doesn't
do
do
this. It doesn't do that. You know, some jackass is gonna complain about something, and it's gonna You know, because it's the same thing with the PS3 and the Xbox 360 as of right now.
Yeah, and the Wii.
Yeah. Oh, they're crap.
And the Wii U.
Yeah, they're crap. They don't have this. And we named the podcast for these people, actually, a few weeks ago. PS4 supercomputer people. Let's see. How much power do you need? Well, guess what? It'll be over 9,000, and if that's not enough, if that's not enough for you, then you know what? You're not gonna be happy.
I'll say this with the PS4: how much power does it need? Right now, the rumors are stating 8 gigabytes of RAM for the PS4 and the Xbox 720, which is, I don't think I'll have that much. I think maybe 6 or maybe 4 or 5. But I mean, if 8 gigabytes is, that's fine. I mean,
see, my thing is, if I can get a good library of games, 1080p, 60 frames per second, crisp, good gameplay, that's all the power I need, you know?
But a lot of the issues as far as what people are saying with power is with the Wii U, like it's with a lot of the ports that come over, but they're ports.
You can't expect a port to be, you can't expect Call of Duty on Wii U to look all that much more greater than on the 360.
It's the frame, some of them have the frame rate issues because the architecture of the PS3 and 360 are CPU driven architectures. They really tax that CPU, which causes massive heating, like we said, or we talked about before. And whereas like with the Wii U, it uses a GPGPU, which assigns tasks to the GPU to help out with the CPU. And you know, with next generation, it's already basically been, there's a huge rumor out there that's pretty much confirming, that that the PS4 is going to be using the GPGPU as well.
Well, I think they both have to, because seriously, I mean, if you go the way they are right now with the CPU, what are you going to do? Make more power, more heat, more meltdowns, more red rings, more yellow lights, and you know what? And honestly, from my personal experience, I have been this close to saying the hell with Microsoft because of that red ring.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I've basically done that. I hope I can get a system here in the office, but I don't think I'll be purchasing one just because of the red
When
rings.
my first Xbox 360, because I didn't get the full red ring, I just got the first ring, kind of like because I know like one
a warning shot.
Yeah, 1 is a warning, 2 is near. Knock it off. 3, turn the console off now, and 4, you're screwed.
No, 3, you're screwed.
Okay.
3 red rings. It's 3, you're screwed.
Okay. Okay. Well, when I got the first one, I'm like, what the hell? And I took it back, and I'm like, look, why is my console getting this little red line right here?
Yeah.
Oh, you need to buy this and this and this. I'm like, okay, whatever. I bought all of it. It still melted on me. Okay. Then I bought another one. It's like, okay, this is a different one. Maybe mine was just defective. Whatever. Still same thing. I'm like, okay. And then when they came out with the new 360, if you would, with the internal hard drive and all this other stuff, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be like my last attempt, and if Microsoft can't get their act together right now.
But they got it right.
Yeah, they got it right though. But if they didn't get it right, I was gonna say.
But there still is some issues with the new one. Some people are still adding. It's way far less reported, and it's not. But there is still.
Which in my book, they're addressing the issue and they're trying to fix it. You know what I mean? They're not completely changing the whole structure of the console just
which they
can.
Yeah, they can.
Without releasing a new one, which with the 720, I hope they do switch everything up, not completely, but they change it where that issue's not going to be there unless you go crazy.
They will. There's another thing, like we're talking about this whole power. This is just the main discussion on it. There is a rumor out there because people talk about the clock speeds of the Wii U not being as fast. It does have one more core than the 360 and the PS3, but the cores do run at a slower pace. But people are saying that the core speeds are. A lot of people are saying the core speeds don't matter. Things like that as much. As far as if you have multiple cores, a lot of people are saying that the Xbox 720s might have like 6 cores, and only one at 1.6 gigahertz. The Xbox 360s, original, because the Xbox 360 runs like at 3 point something.
Yeah, we'll see.
But it's lower cores.
The thing is when it comes to power, and that's what I don't think a lot of consumers don't understand. With more power comes more money.
Mm-hmm. More problems.
More
money, more problems.
Yeah. That's why we broke. We ain't got no problems. We ain't got no money. But no, with more money, with more power, you have to spend more.